What's up, YouTube? Here's my ERDL jungle fatigues. The pants are new, if you guys couldn't tell. They came in maybe around like 6 days ago, but I got rid of the, I guess, quote-unquote brand dominant pants because, you know, honestly, they looked a little funky, and I honestly believe they're post-Vietnam. There was a, I guess, camo pattern that was kind of a mix between ERDL and Woodland, so I think that's what it was. It was only made for, I think, a few years, but I think that's what that was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it was brown dominant, but it looked similar to brown dominant, but you know, I'm getting sidetracked. Anyways, these are my ERDL jungle fatigues. I'm gonna start off with the jacket, and then I'll make my way to the pants, and I'll kind of talk to you guys about a little bit of history about ERDL and I guess its use in Vietnam. But I'll start off with, you know what, I'll start off with the hat. The hat is a repro, but it looks really, you know, the pattern's pretty correct. It looks really, I guess, authentic. And, you know, if I didn't tell you it was a repro, you probably wouldn't have tell, you know, it's really hard to tell. But, yeah, it's a pretty good repro. I bought it on eBay. I think the guy makes reproduction, what's it called, tropical rucksacks. I think his name is, it's like something Remington. I know I'm being completely useless by now, but I guess just search up reproduction ERDL boonie hat if you guys really want one of these. But yeah, you even got the square adjuster, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I put grenade pins on here just to, I guess, personalize this thing a little bit. But I use this for my first cavalry impression alongside with my marine impression. If you guys are curious, there weren't any ERDL utility hats. They were never issued. They were just standard utility hats. But they did have, you know, boonie hats. So that's kind of the only, I guess, ERDL hat related thing out there. Here's the jacket. I've already showed this off quite a bit, mostly in my impression videos. I guess here's the USMC stamp along with the EDGA, which is very faint. This jacket is dated 69. Whoops. As you can see. And it's overall pretty nice jacket. It has a lot of its original colors still, which is kind of a rare thing. Most of them are really faded, and they look a little funky. I guess a cool thing about this jacket is, you know, you could kind of tell that it's been worn, and the guy actually put collar pins, you know, way back in the day. So that's pretty cool. And I also heard that the USMC is a post-war thing. Let me know in the comments. I saw that somewhere. I don't really remember. I think it was on some kind of military forums or something like that. But let me know if that's correct or not. But yeah, so there's the jacket. Here's the pants. The pants are named, which is really cool. This isn't a marker. This is actually like stenciled on there, which is really sweet. I really love this kind of personalization sort of thing. As you can see, or hopefully you guys can see, there is a, I guess, shade difference between the two. This one actually is much more, you can see the color a little bit more better compared to this one. This one is size small, and they barely fit me. They go up all the way to waist 31, which is my waist size. Well, right here. They go all the way up to my waist size, which, I mean, I'm kind of lucky about that. But, you know, size medium jungle ERDL pants are extremely expensive, and it, you know, it really blows for, I guess, you know, if you're trying to buy a pair. But oh, on a side note, it doesn't have the drawstrings on the legs. But it really sucks because these things are super expensive. They go around for 70, 80, even up to $100 just for a decent pair of pants. And I still want to say that the jackets are a little bit cheaper, but I think like maybe only $30 cheaper. They're still pretty pricey. They've actually gone up in price since, you know, since like a year ago. But yeah, here's my, I guess, ERDL set. A little bit of history about, I guess, ERDL in Vietnam is that it was first issued out to the Marines alongside the Army. The Army used it a little bit. I know a lot of recon guys and long range reconnaissance guys had them. but just like the standard Army grunt, I believe they had them really late war, like 71, 72. I think some units were issued them compared to other ones. I believe the 1st Cavalry, alongside with maybe the I think the 25th. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not really too familiar with the, I guess, Army ERDL, use. But for the Marines, they started being issued out in 68, and mostly late war 68. You don't really see them early war. And, they were pretty much standardized all the way up until, I guess, 71 when the Marines withdrew. But if you guys are wanting to buy ERDL, I highly suggest buying the pants before buying the jacket, because a lot of Marines late war were just wearing pants. And the reason for that really makes sense is because your flak is hiding pretty much the camo. The only camo you really see is the sleeves, and that's not really too useful. So I personally just suggest just buying the pants first before the jacket. Or I mean, if you guys really want the jacket, you could buy it, but you see a lot more Marines wearing just the pants. A lot of Marines actually just wore t-shirts, which is really interesting. But yeah guys, here's my ERDL set. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you around.